Ooh, radio.
They're coming.
Fitzy and Wippa.
Their focus is extremely short.
How have I even got a job here?
On Nova.
Hello there, podcast listeners. It is Jess and Leno here from the team with the intro to the podcast, which we have definitely recorded only one time.
Best bit of the pod.
It's a Friday, which means we are recapping the show, and Snitchy did a brilliant job this week, Jess.
Yeah, and he came in, he watches the guys as it plays out live on air, and I don't want to ruin it for you, but there is a little bit in the recap where Snitch kills off Fitzy's wife, and there was some words said behind the scenes. We'll see if Snitch has a job on Monday.
Now, only just realised it's also coming up. I have a question.
Yeah.
So, we have one that comes up every week, it feels like, and the guys get really annoyed when someone calls up and says, hey, I only just realised that the little arrow on your petrol gauge tells you which side you put the petrol in the car. How often do we still get those calls?
Once a show, Leno. Every time we do it, definitely someone calls up. If you do call up and that is your fun fact, it's not fun. Call me back with another one. I want to get you on. I love the... No, this is what'll happen if you call up. Oh, Snitch, we've got another one.
Fitzy and Wippa.
Catching someone in the act. Well, not in the actual act, but just have you actually seen your partner and you've just run into them and all of a sudden there's another person there?
Mate, that's a tough one to bring up on a Friday. There's a lot of infidelity that goes on in this city. My God, it's
13,
rough.
24, 10, get involved. Like we said, it is your last day for 50k Fridays as well. This is a story about Jen Warden. She met this guy on Hinge, Sarah, and they've gone out a few times and it was getting really, really serious. Then she thought, now it's stepped up because he's invited me over to meet all his friends.
That's a big one.
And he said, okay, this must be getting serious. I really, really like this guy. Now, she said to him, what are you doing this weekend? I would love to catch up and see you again. He said he was going to an NFL game. So she said, well, that's fine. Why don't we go out Saturday night? If you're going there on the Friday night, I'll work Friday. She does part-time Uber driving.
Okay.
I'll work Friday. You can go out over the weekend with your mates.
Generous.
So on the Friday, she gets a call to come and pick up a girl, and she goes and picks up this girl, and the girl gets into the back seat with her fella. Now, they've got masks on, so she starts driving off, and she recognises the voice straight away.
What are the chances of that?
And he's talking about the friends that she'd just met like a couple of days before.
Awesome.
And then she said, I froze. I'm driving the car and I froze and I'm looking at him in the rear view mirror and his eyes locked with me and he could tell straight away.
He knew.
For the rest of the Uber ride, he's completely quiet.
How gutless.
Completely
Say
quiet.
something.
As if you wouldn't say something.
Yeah.
Gets out of the Uber, goes, thanks for the lift, and then rings her 5 minutes later and goes, oh, that was just a friend of mine.
Oh, rubbish.
You're weird, mate. You're really weird. I mean, if you're going to pretend like that, call her and say, I just got a lift home. I just arrived home. But you wouldn't be going through it down... man, if I was the Uber driver, though, and they hadn't locked eyes, right?
Yeah.
You'd just be quiet, wouldn't you?
You'd
just
be
to
just
see
listening.
what they had to say. It's like when someone pocket dials you and you think, oh, am I going to get something juicy? Or someone leaves a 2-minute voicemail and you realise it's a pocket dial.
Yeah.
You listen for about 15 seconds thinking there could be something and then there's nothing.
Or when you've got the Stefanovic brothers in the back
You know what I mean?
talking about Channel 9. You just sit back and listen.
How many hot Uber rides do you want?
Your heart would skip a beat, though, wouldn't it? It's like, what do I do in this? Unfortunately for me, and you guys probably know my personality, I would completely out them.
Crash
in
the
the
Uber.
Uber.
Totally.
Crash the
Take your
car.
mask off, turn around and say something.
Crash the Uber. It's like when you've that feeling if you've ever been busted talking about somebody else and then all of a sudden you didn't realise they were standing behind you and you go, oh, yeah. No, I was just saying, and you panic and you catch up. It's like sending a text message about someone to that person.
Yeah, that's
Very easy to do.
When I left Sydney, the last time I left Sydney, I kept a long-distance relationship between South Australia and New South Wales, and she was a bit and and I said, well, why don't we try it? And she goes, you know what? For you, I think it's worth it. Let's try it. That's a great idea. And I got off the phone going, this is awesome. We're really going to go for this. 3 days later, got a phone call from a teammate going, mate, she was at the movies with another bloke.
Okay.
3 days later.
How do you know that? He was the Uber driver.
Ready to hit the road this summer? It's time to what if it.
Visit whatif.com to plan and book your accommodation, flights, activities, even car hire.
Plus, select hotels are fully refundable. Booking cancellation windows apply.
What if? It's Aussie for travel. Check government advisories before booking and travelling. Good areas, Shane. Good areas. Shane Keith Warne.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Warnie. Always interested. Always a good chat, isn't he, when he comes on the show?
Yeah.
Shane Keith. You know what upsets me too is that time we spent in the jungle. He told me some stories that never made it to I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, and unfortunately they've never made it to this radio show. Let's have a chat after 9 o'clock and we can share some of those stories, but they'd be one of many in the great story and the life of Shane Warne. The doco that's out at the moment, it's on Amazon. There's a couple of great docos. There's Pam and Tommy. What are you going to watch? That's on Disney+. Strange brand exercise there.
I don't know if I really want to watch that.
I've seen the first ep. I watched the first one the
what
other
did you
night.
think, Sue?
It was okay. Like it's an interesting. It's a true story. Like I actually didn't know that tape, their love tape,
On the boat.
was stolen from their house.
Chris
'Cause-
Jenner released it.
Well, no, because one of the workmen stole it because Tommy Lee wasn't paying for the construction work on
Oh.
the mansion. Like, it's an actual crime. This
Wow.
is why Pamela Anderson has said she won't watch it. She doesn't support it. This was the most traumatic experience of her life. Tommy Lee said he's okay with it. But, yeah, the tradies were peeved at him because
No, go
he
for it,
keeps
mate.
changing things.
Wow.
Like, put a waterbed and do this, and he won't pay any of them, and they're all out of pocket getting supplies.
right.
So that one of them steals the safe, Seth Rogen plays him, from the house. Inside is the tape.
Wow.
So he goes to a mate and releases it on the internet.
Does Warnie appear in that doco at all?
No, but there was some scenes that made me think of Warnie.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, Shane in this new documentary, Shane, it does reveal a lot, not only cricket, but also his private life as well. Says, you are the biggest Warnie fan in the room, I know that much, because you've also read his book. But they
Well,
talk
it's an
about...
interesting read.
Yeah, but there's a clip in this doco where they talk about when he arrives in the UK with a family, and what do they find?
Oh, poor Simone. They get off the plane, and she said she had no idea, obviously, of what had been going on with other women. But she steps off the plane with the kids. They're moving to the UK, and every paper has him on the front cover with women in
the
compromising
In the
positions.
Playboy undies with a blow-up penis.
And so they're just
Tough one when that
caps
ends up on
her.
the front page.
Well, it's,
Terrible.
there was that other story where Warnie accidentally sent the text message to Simone
Yeah.
saying, look, the kids are just home, so can you come around in the back door so the kids don't see you?
Yeah.
Simone goes, I'm not with you anymore, idiot. You've sent it to me and not your current girlfriend.
Wrong Simone, you fool.
Oh, that's terrible.
Anyway, part of the doc I wanted to play this morning, it's about when Australia was playing Pakistan. Warnie tells the story so well. Have a listen to this.
Going back to 1994, my first tour to Pakistan, we're feeling pretty confident that we're going to knock over Pakistan. I'm rooming with Tim May. I get this phone call in the room, and it's Salim Malik on the phone, the captain of Pakistan. And he goes, good match we got going. I went, yep. He goes, well, we can't lose. I said, well, I think you can. And he goes, no, what I'm saying is we cannot lose, because if we lose tomorrow, you don't understand what happens if we lose in Pakistan. Our houses will get burnt down. Our families' houses will get burnt down. Jeez, oh, mate, I said, I'm feeling for you, but... And he goes, no, I can have in your room $200,000 US cash for you and Tim May, 200 grand each, if you just bowl wide of off stump. Don't try and get us out. We'll let the ball go. The match will be a draw. What the f***? I don't really know what to say. I just sort of sat there stunned.
Wow.
He goes on.
And then I go, F*** you, mate. We're going to beat you. And I run down to the room. And I go to Tim May. What do we do? And he goes, well, let's go and tell Mark Taylor. So we go and tell Mark Taylor, who then we tell Bob Simpson, the coach. We tell John Reid, who's the ICC match referee. We wake up, and now myself and Tim are even more determined to win. Gets down to 3 runs to win. I'm bowling. So I bowl this ball, bowl it really well. Inzamam Al-Haq comes out of his crease, tries to hit it through mid-wicket, misses it, stays low, goes through Ian Healy's legs, 4 byes. They win the test. I can't believe it. So we're standing at the after ceremony at the end. They say, man of the match, Shane Warne, for however many wickets I took. I'm walking back and I'm looking at the Pakistan group, and Salim Malik's just sitting there with this smug look on his face like, you should have taken the cash. So anyway, from there, there's court cases and all sorts of things, and Salim Malik gets banned for life.
Awesome.
Full on, isn't
Just
it?
one of the many tales.
I mean,
Imagine how many times that would have happened.
It always would have got back to you. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, you take the money, there's going to be evidence somehow.
Money aside, though, saying that they'll burn our houses down.
Yeah, going that
There'd be a
angle.
moment in your head where you go, oh, crap.
Yeah, what do you
I
do?
can't
No,
concentrate if I know that's going to happen, regardless of
but
cash.
that's never happened, ever.
I know,
He,
but-
he's trying to, that's the card he's trying to pull just to try to get him over
Terrible.
the line.
Unless you're a goalkeeper in Iran or something.
Yeah,
You don't want to
that's
lose those
right.
soccer games, do
I
you?
know.
Don't
Well,
bring that team home.
Well, who was the Brazil? There was a Brazilian goalkeeper or something.
What happened to him?
Colombian. He got decapitated in the car park.
You're kidding.
Yeah, after the game.
This is what I mean. House burning.
Decapitated. They
Wow.
They lopped his head off because he missed
a header.
penalty. He didn't save a penalty.
Feels unfair.
I don't reckon I'd take up the game.
Everyone loves their sport in different ways, don't they? You know what? It's exciting. And I mean, off the success of Australia at the Summer Olympics, but tonight, and our team that we're sending over to Beijing is unbelievable. We've got some real gold medal chances. The Winter Olympics kicks off. Opening ceremony starts at 10 o'clock, but from 9 to 10 tonight on Channel 7, you can catch the front bar, and the man behind it is Mick Malloy. He joins us now, Mick.
Hey!
Hey, legends, great men. Thanks for having me. By the way, back on Nova. It's been too long. It's great to be back on your shiny, brilliant network. It's like being released from a witness protection scheme over there.
Yeah.
With the other mob. It's good to be back.
Yeah, the freedom.
You're back announcing Ed Sheeran song.
Well, it's, this is your opportunity now. Is there anything you want to get off your chest about your old employers, Mick, or you want to keep it to yourself?
No, I think I'm in the Supreme Court later on today. So I'll just keep it, as we all are.
Here's what I want to ask, because when you watch the Olympics, and I know that you'd be doing the same thing as me, you sit there on the couch and do a little bit of, I could do that. Oh, yeah, that's not too hard. I think it's easier to achieve something like that in the Winter Olympics in the summer. What is the one event that you sit there with your tracky dacks on and think, I'd have a crack at that and I'd be all right?
Well, there's a few on offer. I think I'd be good at the luge because I'm very good at what I call a suburban luge, which is basically me leaving the pub and coming home to the shop.
You're winning every time.
Similar. The hard thing is you're running along beside it to get in before it takes off.
Yeah.
Once you've got that, you're down. What about, do you ever consider you two doing the two-man luge? And if you did, who's in front, who's up back?
Well, it's really interesting you mentioned that because Fitzy just launched a fashion line, an underwear line, and that could be part of our part of an outfit.
That's our costume.
But you don't want to be the guy behind because if the front guy gets nervous, I'll tell you what.
As well as that, the guy behind us, I call him the big spoon. That's got to be interesting as you're coming down the mountain. I like the figure skating. I think I could do the figure skating as long as they had a weight divisions like the boxing. Like I'd be in the super heavyweight division figure skating. That'd be great.
Actually, do you know what, Mick, tonight, because I'm on the show with you, I'm really excited about this. The other one I think the everyday person could do is curling. And we've actually got a team. I think it's one of the first curling teams Australia's ever submitted. And we've got one of the mums on to say how excited she is about her daughter competing.
We've got one of the mums on the curling, and if the curling wasn't boring enough, Andy Marr's commentating it, so that's taking it to a whole new level. We do have one of the mums on. We've got some great guests. We've got who's your favourite Olympian of all time? Your Winter Olympian, guys? Do you have one?
Oh, it's got to be Stephen Bradbury.
Has to be.
Has to be. I mean, even my kids who are 5 and 6, they know about it. I said the Winter Olympics has started. Do you want to watch that? And they said, oh, that's where everyone falls over and then the guy skates through. Yeah, and I went, that's the one. Like famous.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Tonya Harding for me. I think she brought something to the ice that no one previously has. I mean, anyone will take out her opponent's knee and end up in porn movies. It's got to have some kind of place in sporting Valhalla.
I didn't know she did a couple of adult films.
Yeah.
You keep playing that line. I had no idea, he said.
I mean, I do a lot of research
We've
on it,
also
but I'll
got-
get back to it.
Our last gold medalist was Lydia Lassler, actually, and she's going to be on the show tonight. We'll be speaking to her.
Was she Ariel's?
Yeah, she was Ariel.
Right.
Yep.
Is that Ariel? These girls who have and her and Lisa Campbell, represented us so well over the years.
This is the other one as well that I'm really looking forward to. But do you know the Australian record, guys, for the fastest downhill ski? And it's 210 kilometres an hour. Like, you just think being in a car at 210 kilometres an hour. Michael Milton is the world record or the Australian record holder, and he's only got one leg. Huh?
He's only got one leg. Do you reckon they charge him full price for ski hire? Or what?
Hadn't thought about that, Nick. I had not thought about
You know what?
that.
That's going to be my first question. My first question is, hey, guys, why has Australia never had the Winter Olympics? We could host the Winter Olympics, don't you reckon?
Yeah. Oh, look, it'd be limited.
Wang's just sitting there.
Yeah, well, yeah. What, Hotham, what Threadbow?
Kosciuszko down the side.
There's plenty.
I mean, that's Mount Wang for me. I don't think you can go past it. And we could introduce tobogganing. Yeah. It's been too long.
Yeah.
At the Winter Olympics without any kind of tobogganing.
Yeah.
Someone sitting on their bum and going very fast.
All right, Channel 7 tonight, 9 p.m. You can catch Mick, myself, the front bar, and Andy Marr. The front bar is on for an hour just before the opening ceremony. Mick, we appreciate your time, mate. Can't wait to see you.
Good on you guys.
I only just realised. With Fitzy and Wippa.
I only just realised, guys, don't feel silly about it. If something has just popped into your brain and gone, now it makes sense, feel free to call the show.
Oh, the big one for me is still that Grimace. I didn't know that Grimace is just an actual giant purple taste bud.
Yeah,
Did you
no
know
idea.
that? That's what.
I think I thought he was a nugget, the wrong colour.
What a purple
No.
nug.
Well, he
You
sort of looks like
purple
that
nugget.
shape. Yeah,
Fitzy,
yeah.
you shocked
They sell for a lot of money.
you shocked my world when you told me that it's Snuffleupagus
Yes.
and not Snuffleupagus.
Yeah,
Remember that?
Snuffleupagus, yes.
Huge moment on the show. I only just realised, guys, and don't feel silly about it. When you go to plug in your USB lead, right? Sometimes you'll get the wrong way round. You know how you do that? And you go, oh, no, it's the other way. And then you put it in and you go, oh, no, it's the other way. Because the end of it is only half of it. So it has to fit with the plug, has to fit with the socket.
Yeah, go yeah.
The USB sign is the one that indicates the way.
It's supposed to. That's
Yes,
the top.
on
Is
the
that the top?
lead, yeah, on the top. So when you hold onto the lead, you'll see that there's an actual USB logo or sign or symbol.
Indentation.
Yeah, so when you hold the lead, hold that upright and then stick it into the machine.
They got you.
Wow.
I had one that completely blew my brain to do with, you guys do the multiplier, to do with an easy way to figure out percentages. If you've got a percentage that's very difficult,
this is good.
you can just flip it the other way. So, for example, if I said, what's 18% of 50?
Yep.
You go, I don't know,
God,
something,
yeah.
yeah.
It's 9.
But
Yeah,
50% of 18
Yep.
is the same answer. So if I said, what's 4% of 75? You go, I don't know, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You just flip it around.
75% of 4.
It's the same answer.
What is it?
3.
3. Amazing.
But what? I mean, what if you get a hard
sure.
one? I mean, what is 18% of 67?
Well,
67.
percent of 18 is...
He's just working on 50s and 75s.
You grab your calculator.
Let me just figure that one out and I'll be with you in a second.
He's doing his own sound effects these days.
on the keyboard.
Old school.
Thanks, mate. Love your commitment.
Thanks, mate.
Maddie in Londonderry, what have you only just realised?
Hey, did you know that school zones, the signs only flash in school terms? Like they're not on in school holidays.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And I always wonder if that's an indicator of, if the school signs, if it's not glowing or not flashing, I always worry the sign's broken.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to get caught if I'm going too fast or it's not a school time.
How's this? I picked up Lenny, out the front of the school. I was on the road, but Lenny was out the front, so I said, quickly jump in, buddy. Got in the car, and a guy took a photo of me just stopping for that 3 seconds to get him in the car. No stopping sign, and I got a fine for it.
At school?
At school.
That's terrible, isn't it?
Because you're not allowed to stop out the front at all. So he was hiding.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
As soon as a parent would stop and let their kids into the car, this is just on the road, bang, gone.
Did you
Not bad.
argue it? Or was
No.
this yesterday?
There's no point.
No, because the
Get
rule is you're not allowed to do it. Brendan in Mount Colah, what have you only just realised, Brendan?
All right. This is a big one. That Yoplait is not French for yum.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it?
So what is it French for, Brendan?
I don't think it is.
No idea. I think it's just a company name. That's it. It doesn't represent anything.
I wonder if it's even a French company.
That's really disappointing.
Well, wasn't...
It's majorly disappointing, isn't it?
Remember the ad with the kid on it?
Yeah.
And he would
Yoplait.
say...
Yes.
It's French for yum.
But there was petit yoplait,
Oh, that's right.
like small...
Yes.
Small,
Petite is small,
small,
though, isn't it,
yeah.
in French?
No,
Tommy?
Oh, just...
Oh yeah, petite is small for
Yeah.
French.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. There was petite miam.
Yeah.
But I don't know what.
I think Yoplait... I think
Yoplait's French for. I think
Yoplait is just a word.
It's just
No,
a
it's a
brand.
made-up word.
Yeah.
It's not, Yoplait is not French for yogurt, is it?
No.
No.
It's
What
French
is
for
French?
yum.
What is French for yogurt?
French for yogurt.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Do you convert it, Tom?
Can we...
French for yogurt, guys, of course, is Yaourt.
Yoplait.
Yeah, Yaourt.
Of course, I meant to say that.
Great name for a company.
Yoplait.
We would have mispronounced that for the last
Yaourt?
30 years.
I don't think you'd get away with it.
Can I have a tub of yogurt?
Doesn't have the same ring here in Australia, does it? Yoplait! Two of.
Liam in Moronga, what have you only just realised?
Yeah, hi guys. I just found out after all these years that Ross and Monica from Friends are in fact siblings in the show, and I was made to feel like a bit of a loser for this.
Ah, you should never. I've never seen the show, Liam, but is that a big moment for everyone? Did everyone know that, or
Yeah.
is Liam the last of the party?
Well, it's sort of the premise. Everyone else is hooking up because they're all friends. They're siblings.
All right, Liam, you're on the show, and 50k will be given away today. So
Got
good
a
luck.
Yoplait update, just some breaking
Thanks,
news.
Tom.
It was when two companies came together, Yola and Coplay. Yoplait.
Yoplait.
Yeah.
Wow.
There you go, guys. Thank you.
Fascinating, Tom.
You're the best. Clear
It's
that up.
great to go to the pub this weekend and have that
Let's
piece
talk
of
about
information.
Yoplait and have a beer.
Jess in Terrigal, what have you only just realised?
I didn't realise when you get like new plates and new cups that you weren't just meant to peel the sticker off. You're actually meant to put heat on it. Like if you use a hairdryer, the sticker will come right off. I was like peeling it, sticking it in the dishwasher, like trying to scrub all the like stickiness off.
That's good.
Hairdryer on the bottom.
Or if you hold it over the kettle, the steam will help.
Oh, Sarah.
Oh, I never thought of that one.
Just you might burn your hand.
That's
The
a
other
hack.
big one that we found out on, I only just realised, was the peanuts that you get in when you're packaging. So if you get a package and you know those little foam...
Styrofoamy
things,
things.
those little peanuts to soften the blow if it gets hit. You just put that in the... You put those peanuts in the sink, turn the water on, and they disintegrate. They're gone. You don't have to put them in the bin. Because you know how sometimes it's hard when you're filling up your bin with all that packaging crap?
Pain in the bum.
Max in Stanmore, what have you only just realised?
Yeah, hey guys, I've only just realised that the Guinness Beer Company is responsible for the Guinness Book of Records.
The Guinness Beer Company is responsible for the Guinness Book of Records.
Did they sponsor it, Max? Are they behind it? They put the money into it?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
I didn't
know
realise
that either. I thought they were two separate things, and the name was a coincidence, or from an area, or some sort of origin.
Do you know, I can imagine just being at the Guinness Brewery and there's just a few people just tanked, sitting around going, I reckon I've got the world record in this.
Yeah.
Get me in the book.
Probably how it
Well,
started.
you write that down in
write
the book.
it down.
You write it down.
I've had 20 of them.
Max, that's a good one.
Thanks, Maxie.
Kobe in Bondi, what have you only just realised, Cobes?
Yeah, hey guys, I've got another sibling-related one. I was watching the Janet Jackson documentary the other night. I didn't realise she was actually related to Michael.
Okay. Kobe, are you taking the pee?
No, I'm serious. I actually quite like their music as well.
Kobe, it would have blown your mind then that they're related to Stevie Wonder. Did that take you apart, or you haven't seen that up yet?
Just finding out now, says.
I haven't got to it yet, but
Yeah,
you
they're
ruined it now.
cousins.
You've ruined it.
First cousins or distant?
First cousins, Stevie Wonder and the Jacksons.
Are they really?
Apparently, yeah, because she talks about it. Didn't know that.
Sarah, is there anyone you're focusing on here? Because
I'm going to let you choose, Fitzy.
Oh, okay. Because it's out of the Guinness beer. It's out of Max.
Yeah, Max was good.
I mean, Yoplait was good.
Or out of Yoplait, Brendan in Mount Cola. I'm going Max.
Yeah,
the
good
Guinness Beer Company.
Maxie!
Thanks, guys.
Well done. You've won a
No worries,
bottle of
Max.
Double Chin Gin thanks to the Australian Distilling Co. And you got
The Amazon cash, too.
the Amazon cash
Yeah.
is worth $200.
$200.
Awesome, thank you.
Well done. Oh, Max has got beautiful manners, hasn't he?
Beautiful voice, too.
You need that a little bit more in your life. Riddle time. When's that up?
Very soon, mate. You want a riddle now, Tommy? You want a warm up?
No.
Do it.
Want a warm up riddle?
Oh, we're a bit over.
Do not have
Lean
time.
into it.
Do you want to? Here we go. We're onto it, guys. Here is a warm up. I go up and I go down. When I'm 0, you're on the ground.
Ratings.
No.
Nope.
Nope.
We got close to that last
I
week.
go up and I go down. When I'm at 0, you're on the ground.
Aeroplane.
No. Oh, riddle.
When I'm at 0.
We've
On the ground.
double gamed it this morning.
Yeah, we have. I'm not afraid of it.
Now we've
Yeah.
busted it up because no one's going to get this.
Yeah.
It's not a rocket, is it? I don't have my glasses on, so thank you for trying to help me cheat, but I can't read it.
What is it? Why don't you just give us this
I'll give it to you guys. It's your heart rate. Yeah, when I go to 0, you are on the ground. That's why I need you thinking. When we officially kick off the game, I need you on board. Riddle, 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 yeah, diddle, yeah, riddle, 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 riddle. Says, can I get you back here? Sorry, the TV is on in the studio, and you are staring at men's bodies. I don't even know what it is.
The series, whoever that lead actor
Okay,
is.
Says is now back in the room. Here we go, guys. We're streaming live on the Fitzy and Wippa Facebook page. 3 cracking riddles as we get into it. This is exciting, guys. I'm really happy with these new riddles. Got a new riddle bank on the go, and Jess and I behind the scenes have been tapping into this new bank. Here we go. The first riddle. You can catch me, you can hold me, but if I leave you, you leave everybody else. What am I? Easy one to start with.
Hang on.
Breath.
Easy one. Sorry, Thomas.
Perhaps your breath.
Spot on, buddy. You can catch me, you can hold me, but if I leave you, you leave everyone else. What am I?
die.
Thomas Brian Ivy.
good, Tom.
MDG, I say good morning, sir. Master of the leaderboard.
Yes.
Can we do a quick check?
Yeah, Says running away with it. 3 to Says. Tom and I are on 1. Fitz yet to register a score in any game this year.
Oh, my gosh. Hang in there, mate.
Come on, I can do this.
Really strong in the second half. Spelt forwards, I'm what you do every day. Spelt backwards, I'm something you hate. What am I? Oh, a great riddle whipper? No, that's not
You're going down the Wordle road.
Yeah,
Is it
isn't
5 letters? Do we get 6 attempts?
Well, I'm going to need 26.
Do it again.
Tough one for Wordle this morning. I've had a terrible
You
experience.
have had a shocker.
Spelt forwards, I'm what you do every day. Spelt backwards, I'm something you hate. What am I? What's something you do every day?
Is it in the lines of eat, breathe?
tea,
It's along those lines. It's
Walk?
No.
sleep.
No. Level 1. Started easy. Much coming through on the old.
They
On
just
Facebook,
Yeah.
yeah. No, you've stumped.
Panic.
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 Yeah. Marina says live.
Marina, you're spot on. You spell it backwards. It's evil. Marina, well done. Very clever, guys.
Yeah, that is clever. Well done, Jess.
Tough though.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, it's tough, but it's clever. Well done. Here we go. Last riddle. I'm made of notes, but you can hear me. You can hold me, but you can never touch me. What am I?
Music.
Yeah.
Yeah, music.
A tune. You're spot on. You are spot on. Do we have to?
La 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 la.
I was a bit stumped. That wasn't
really good.
That wasn't the riddle I was actually going with for the third. But it found its way to the sheet. Should we go with one more?
What do you mean? It found its way to the sheet.
I don't know what. Here we go. We've got one more riddle. Here we go.
For the sake
We're
of.
going out with a bang.
Oh, this will be good.
When it all comes down to it, what actually makes you younger? What actually makes you younger?
NGE.
Thomas Bryan,
Tommy.
what makes you younger? The
Tommy,
word
you're
you
on the
and the NG, MDG, mark it down for Thomas Bryan.
Married at first sight last night.
Didn't see it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going
Talk me through it.
to fill you in here. Andrew is 39 years of age. He's massive. He is a
Oh, he's
big-
the wrestler.
He's the no, he's not the wrestler. He's the motivational speaker from
Oh,
Texas.
from Texas, yeah.
Oh, sorry, got you. Yep, Andrew.
He's
redhead.
huge. He is massive.
Yep.
And he really likes his new wife, Holly, to the point that he would love to get intimate very quickly. Okay, so they did.
Oh.
So apparently they did. This is the next day. Now, I just can't... Do you know what?
He didn't go into motivational coach mode,
what
did
I want
he?
to say here is for anyone who's thinking about going on the show, my only advice to you would be, first of all, is to think about how you're being perceived. always think about yourself first. And you know what the big one is that the honesty questions have been coming out,
Yep.
Sarah. And the question of, are you attracted
I
to
know.
me? Do you know what? Even if you're not, just say, yes, I am.
Go
and
with
I
it.
can see myself
Yep.
growing to love, to love you more and to be more attracted to you. Because if you're sitting there with someone face to face and they say, are you attracted to me? And you say, like Bryce did last year,
Yeah, it's
oh, well,
heartbreaking.
I asked for someone with blonde hair and blue eyes.
Not happy with the order.
You'd look like a tool.
Yeah.
So Andrew got intimate with Holly, and this is what he had to say last night.
I know I have the right equipment. I feel like I know how to use that, and I feel like I know how to be intimate and express my sexuality. But I feel like when we were intimate, you weren't there. You were not physically there.
Oh, so he's calling her pretty much lazy in the sack?
It doesn't stop there, Sarah. He doubles down.
I've had one-night stands where the partner was more into me than you were into me.
It's a completely different thing, and you take it on the individual basis.
Well, and I agree. And one night stands are it's just usually lust, isn't it? So you are probably into it. But this is the thing: Holly's only just met this guy, and if you're not into him straight away, and he wants to get intimate, she's made the decision.
Yeah.
But you know what? She might be warming up.
Absolutely. Even when you date someone for a little while before you actually get intimate, the first time can be a bit all over the shop.
Of course. I mean, Andrew, especially if you've been with Holly, if you've been intimate with Holly, there's a level of respect that needs to be shown for what was shared as well.
Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse than that,
Oh, yeah.
he finishes on this.
If I wanted to just get off, I could just do that by myself.
Oh. Maybe you should.
Now, I don't know if that's an offbeat show. Or, pardon
Sorry.
me. But you know what?
Yep.
Holly's sitting there going, wow, okay. So you've just revealed to the whole of Australia that I wasn't into it.
Yep. But I'm into me.
How do you come back from that?
I'm just going to wrestle myself. That is unbelievable, isn't it?
You weren't into it. I've had one-night stands where they've been into it more than you have, and if I wanted to get off, I could have done it myself.
And he's making it sound like that is the better option than to spend any intimate time with her.
Your confidence would be through the floor.
Poor Holly, she was
Yeah.
crying. She's nervous. She's a mother of one, is that right?
I think so, yes.
You could tell that she was nervous in the start of the show when she was just sort of saying hi and introducing herself. So to go through the act with Andrew, who you're right is a big unit, and then starts talking about how he's got the equipment.
Oh.
As a motivational speaker as well, he's really dropped the ball there.
He's motivated himself.
Hasn't he?
That's it.
There's nothing motivational about that speech.
Go and sit in the corner, mate.
I mean, there's no... Anthony Robbins would be so disappointed with that speech. I can tell you that right now.
That's not pulling the crowd.
Oh, my gosh.
Got a bit of an iPhone hack for you guys. You're going to like this one. Because everybody seems to have issues, and makes sense, that when you are using your iPhone and you've got your mask on, it doesn't work with the face recognition.
Of course, yes.
That makes sense. So what I've worked out is that you can actually add another... I'll get the wording
Face
right.
ID.
Alternative appearance. So you have to drop the mask below your nose.
Okay.
So when you're going to pay for something, if you want to use your phone or you just need to access a site where it's face recognition, if you drop it below your nose, your mask, you can, if you go to settings, right, you go to Face ID and passcode.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you'll need to punch your code in. That'll get you through. Then you can set up an alternative appearance.
Oh, that's cool.
So you click on that and then do the face scan again with your mask on, but just below your nose. And then you have set up a second appearance. So now, if you're in a store and you want to use the iPay or whatever it might be, just drop your mask below your nose. You've set that up so it scans and knows you. There must be something about the nose.
Well, it's
nose
also
must be crucial to the ID.
When I go for a walk with a hat and sunnies, it doesn't pick it up either.
Doesn't it?
No.
Sunnies, it should work. Mine works with sunnies.
Does it? Yeah. When I'm wearing a hat and sunnies, it doesn't pick up my face.
Well, then do that. Set up your
Try that.
alternative face with that.
How many alternative faces can you
I think
have?
only two, mate. How many faces have you got? Is this Nicolas Cage in Face Off?
That would be good if you could do if you had 10 different faces, like a confused look, a shocked look,
surprised look,
angry
when
look.
you got to pay for something.
Take his face
off.
off.
Still one of the greatest movies.
Terrible film.
I mean, how that got through to Hollywood.
Beyond
take his face off, put it on the other guy.
Beyond me.
And then one's a detective, one's a criminal. Oh my gosh! And they've got to try to convince everyone that they're the other person.
Don't spoil it for everybody that planned to watch Face Off this weekend. What do you got, Tom?
Oh, well, Matt from our online department. Love
Hey,
Matt.
Matty.
Matt with the big head, who you
Huge head, yeah.
What?
Really?
He says 2 days ago Apple have updated their iOS so you can use masks with your Face ID now.
Oh.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
Okay. There was a software update recently. Is that
they're on
part
it.
of it?
Maybe it is.
Clever stuff, Apple.
There you go. It's
Well
all
played.
happening.
It's recap of the week time. I'm pretty confident we didn't do anything
No, I think we've
wrong
done a
this
good
week.
job.
Yeah.
I'd back it in for sure.
All right,
I
well,
would
let's
suggest
move
it's
on
pretty
with the
short.
show, Tom, shall we? Or...
Snitch is shaking his head. I think he's got some dirt on you mongrels.
All right, let's do it.
If you've ever wondered whether Fitzy has dropped his mantle as the biggest bogan in Australia, fear not.
Flannelette for me is the best material out there.
To be fair, he was talking about flannelette sheets.
I think it absolutely nails silk.
But you know, any conversation about sheets, this guy's gonna interrupt it.
It's off sateen, mate. It is a combination of satin and cotton. It comes together for the perfect structure.
Clearly aiming for a sponsorship.
The master of the sheets.
If only he'd spend less time talking about sheets and more time doing his actual job.
Oh, we're just looking at the big screen. There is a car accident. I can't see exactly what's gone on.
You know what it is, Matty? That's a car accident.
Okay,
Fitz.
well done.
Amateur hour.
Speaking of amateurs,
MDG.
Nah.
Wippa has been on absolute fire this week.
Ramp it up.
He's all over the brand new competition we have running on the show.
All right, you can win $1,000 soon with our new game. Who wants to be...
A multiplier.
I thought it said, who wants to be a millipede?
And it's a call if you would like 1,000 legs.
And once again, Fitzy throwing stones in glass houses.
I can't remember what we're doing.
Because on Tuesday, he tried to tell an embarrassing story about someone without revealing their identity.
A guy that I played footy with.
Unfortunately, he said exactly who they were right before he told the story.
Rowan Wolf. Oh, I've just named him.
Then he named what club he played for.
Wolfie was at the Sydney Swans.
And his precise location.
He's down in Bendigo now.
Wow, I don't know if we're ever going to be able to figure out who you're talking about.
Oh, no.
Go on, you're in.
It's too late now.
What did he do?
Even Sarah was shocked by the story.
If I were
On the way to school,
I'd
or-
be so upset with you right now.
So, to not incriminate this guy even more, I've censored some parts of the story.
He was in the and he's and he's in the car and he was just at the top and it was rubbing and it got him very.
I mean, if we're going down...
He's down in Bendigo now anyway.
I reckon he's got a phone.
The amazing Heidi Klum joined us this week.
The lovely Heidi Klum.
Heidi Klum!
Heidi Klum.
Heidi, you there?
It's Heidi. G'day, mate.
We're loving the new song.
Yes.
You've teamed up with Snoop Dogg.
You know it's lit when it's Snoop Dogg and Heidi.
He's just such a fun guy. He does come with a gigantic cloud, you know, when he walks into the room. Come to think of it, I was really into Cheetos that day. Maybe that's something to do.
Which reminds me, the guy spoke to Snoop Dogg himself.
I love you for the batch of cookies.
11 years ago.
What up?
And I don't think they've ever sounded whiter.
What up, man? It's Fizzle and Whizzle. How are you, bro?
Oh, for shizzle.
I was hoping you'd say that.
And Snoop clearly needed some herbal help to get through the interview.
You're coughing already, Snoop.
Fizz and Wiz, you know what it is.
Smoking some Down Under Thunder. You pretty happy with the gear we've got here, mate?
Oh, man, y'all got some groovy movie. You know what I'm talking about? I puff, puff, and I pass it to you so you can puff, puff, and pass it on to the next.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Keep the back door open and the porch light on.
Back to the present day, and one of the topics that was bound to come up on the show was Wordle.
This has taken the world by storm, this game.
And I wonder if you can guess who wasn't crash hot at playing
I
it.
said to Whips, enter a word with 5 letters. He wrote friend. Keeps re-entering the same letters.
Yeah, he was so bad at it that Fitzy made up his own game for Wippa.
Whipple. You get 6 attempts just to spell a 5-letter word.
Okay.
Like cloud.
Yeah, that's hard.
Or theme.
What about Indian?
What about...
5-letter word, Indian.
No, I meant to say 8. Is it 6-2?
One of our listeners suggested you play a game called Snacks and Ladders.
That's right.
Which could be good.
New York Times, go ahead with your offer.
We had the Prime Minister on the show this week.
G'day, boys. How are you?
To talk about
Obviously don't agree with it.
stuff. But apart from that, Fitzy had to make an apology on behalf of his wife.
We went to a Christmas party that the Prime Minister was at as well. Unfortunately, my wife had a few too many drinks.
I did a good day tonight.
Go have some water, honey.
And tried to get the Prime Minister out onto the dance floor. I thought a sniper was going to wing her at some stage.
I want to show you.
I don't know the basis of what you've put to me.
And to finish off, I'd like to play you some of my favourite bits from the week.
Positive to being absolute filth.
No, it's not Wippa admitting this.
Her bikini line is as wild as the Daintree rainforest. And I think it's hot.
And it's not this phone topic that we had a surprising number of callers for.
13 24 10. Anybody driving right now in the nude.
No, it was actually the end of the show on Thursday, which had possibly the most jarring change of topic you'll ever hear.
I wore her arseless leggings. It's very...
Bedroom wear set.
I just felt free. Tomorrow on the show, the Wiggles are coming in for wrap-up of the week.
What a roller coaster.
Lots of fun, mate.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
See you guys next week. The Fitzy and Wippa Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.